easy.
Welcome back. If you didn't get a good start on your New Year resolutions or just want to start moving more, it's never too late to get up and exercise.
But sometimes it can be hard to stay on track, and for those who do go out, it's good to be mindful, of course, of these colder temperatures. Joining us this morning with some tips to help schedule and stick to your workout plans is Dr. Brian Curtis. Doctor, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Very good.
Great. So, Dr. Curtis, how can just 10 minutes of exercise help make an impact?
Yeah, so back to the New Year's resolutions for the people that want to get fit, 10 minutes. The ideal goal would be 30 minutes, 4 to 5 times a week, but a recent study released in JAMA showed that if every person over the age of 40 just did 10 minutes of exercise a day, it would save over 100,000 lives a year. And so really, if you think about the time you spend on your phone with social media or games, 10 minutes is a drop in the bucket.
That's right. And Doctor, what are some easy activities for people to get moving?
Walking. Walking is a very simple one. And so, 10 minutes of walking outdoors or even on a treadmill would do it. If you wanted to do yoga, there's plenty of free classes online, and it's also a very social event too. So if you're able to join a class, you get actually a very large social benefit from it, which we know people that do these kind of social, interactive kind of things really stay with it longer. And then you could do a simple indoor one with body weight. You could do, 20 squats and 10 push-ups and march or run in place for a minute and then repeat that 4 times. And so really it's a very simple, easy way to get 10 minutes.
And obviously, very cold outside, even dealing with the negative temperatures this morning. Any advice for those who are worried about the cold?
Yeah, my thermometer started at 0, and when I went back by, it was -2. It's getting colder. It's unbelievable. But really, people have to remember to layer up in the cold. And so really have a base layer that wicks moisture away so you don't get wet on it. And then as you warm up, you can shed layers. And then as you cool down, you can put layers back on. And really a big thing is, which people don't realize, is it's very easy to get dehydrated in the cold. And so people thirst drive when it gets cold actually depresses, so you're not as thirsty, but you lose probably as much or more water because of the cold, dry air kind of just leaching it out of your system. So really, they say about 8 to 10 ounces every 30 minutes will be required. And then actually good footwear, because if you wear a shoe that's really waterproof, that doesn't breathe, your feet will get wet, and then the cold weather and wet feet are not a good mix.
And Doctor, we've talked about body weight exercises, we've talked about yoga. How important is stretching to the workout routines?
Yeah, especially in the cold weather, you got to get your muscles kind of warmed up. And so, people do a lot of static stretching, which is kind of the touching your toes. But, you have to remember the dynamic stretches, which are maybe like the body lunges or, walking and stretching your quad or your hamstrings. And so it's good to do about 10 minutes before you exercise of both dynamic and static stretches. And then when you get done, especially in the cold, to kind of give your muscles that chance to recover, to do about 10 minutes more of kind of the dynamic and static stretching. And then that also can serve as a cool down for you as you come back in and let your body readjust. You can use that as your cool down period.
Well, Dr. Curtis, before we go, is there any other advice you'd like to give to our viewers who may be heading out the door to get in some exercise?
Well, today, really, remember your head, so your ears, your nose, and your hands. And so if it's this cold out, you may want to have something in front of your face to protect the tip of your nose, and then obviously protect your ears and your fingers too. And so really mittens work better than gloves because you keep your fingers together. And so really it's important to protect them too.
All right. Well, Dr. Curtis, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, stay warm.
You too.
As well. And we will share this whole interview on our website, ciproud.com, and we'll be right back.